Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Permit me very fast to request you for only two things. Number one, if you are watching our channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. We really need to grow our support and our family in this channel. So please subscribe and click the notification bell. Number two, we are running a 100 shillings challenge towards the humanitarian support of Maureen. Maureen, as the pictures indicate there, she is a single mother who got mistreated by her boss in Lebanon when she was working as a domestic worker there. And she was flown back. She's grounded, traumatized, and in excruciating pain. So we are appealing to you to contribute something. That 50 shillings that you think is little could go towards her painkiller. So kindly do something. Now, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka are aware of the enemies from within and from without the Azimio coalition. And today, they proved that to the supporters, and they want their supporters. I want us to look at what has been happening ever since Raila indicated that he wanted to become the AU Commission chairman. And you will agree with me that there are enemies from within and from without. From the onset, it was reported that the ODM supporters had given some conditions before they support Kalonzo Musyoka, because there was this talk that Raila will be exiting local politics sooner or later. And so Taifa Leo reported this: masharti ya ODM kwa Kalonzo. In a nutshell, they had indicated to Kalonzo that if he wanted to inherit Raila's support base, then he needed to prove that he could fit into Raila's shoes, and they wanted him to confront William Ruto the same manner Raila has always confronted the government, giving out dossiers and telling William Ruto off about the high taxes. And then there was this tweet from Robert Alai that shocked many. Alai said this, that let me tell you with a lot of certainty, if Baba is not in the race in 2027 and given between Kalonzo and Ruto, ODM supporters would easily go for Ruto. ODM supporters would trust Ruto over Kalonzo any day. I know that Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru hates this more than anyone else, but that is the truth. So you can see the kind of news that was coming. Magazeti yanasema Kalonzo amepewa mashati. Then Robert Alai came up with such startling revelations. That was not enough, ladies and gentlemen. As this was happening, we were reminded of just how much special and valuable Kalonzo is to the Kenya Kwanza team, and how much they are looking for him, hunting for him day and night. And he has become a hard nut to crack. Listen into William Samoei Ruto revealing just how much they have been looking for Kalonzo Musyoka.
Ni kweli, hata niliwaambia nikipata ushindi nitatafuta ule rafiki yangu Kalonzo. Si niliwaambia hapa? Kwa sababu niliwaambia amesumbuliwa sana na wale jamaa. Na mimi sitaki kuwa mtu muongo, nataka kusema ukweli. Wakati nimeshinda uchaguzi, vile niliwaeleza ya kwamba nitatafuta ule rafiki yangu Kalonzo, nilimtafuta na nikaketi chini na yeye na nikamwambia, boss, rafiki yangu, si unajua sasa mimi nimeshinda hii kitu, sasa wewe kuja hapa tupangane tuunde serikali. Iko kiti ya speaker, iko kiti ingine hapa, tafuta Wakamba, tuingiza hawa, tupeleke mbele. kwa sababu mimi sitaki mkuje baadaye mkanilaumu mkasema mbona huyu William Ruto alituambia akishinda atatafuta Kalonzo waongee ndio wampange kwa sababu ameteswa na wale watu. Mimi I have discharged my responsibility. Nilimtafuta, kamketisha chini. Yeye mwenyewe akaniambia anataka kuendelea na ile maneno. Sasa what am I supposed to do? Naelewana?
Then today, because they had given Kalonzo some tough conditions and Kalonzo was aware of this, he got an opportunity while in Homa Bay investment conference, and Kalonzo said this very categorically. And if you listen to Kalonzo, you'll realize that he is aware of these attempts to ensure that Azimio collapses, that the coalition parties will go their separate ways, because if there is something that William Samoei Ruto fears most is facing a united Azimio in 2027. So listen to Kalonzo Musyoka.
And we want to ask Kenyans to relax about this matter. I'm calling you to relax about it. Stop speculation, and some of it are necessary. You know, we have even, they have said, sibling rivalry can actually kill. We have seen conversation, very unhealthy conversation, in our local media. Some of it attributed to our own people within Azimio coalition, going for each other's jugular. Others who have never associated with us, my brother, and we know them, never associated with us, they are now in the forefront, trying to see if perchance they can create a rift within Azimio. We are telling them that will not happen by God's grace. We are going to stand with our brother, and I think I know his heart, because we spend a lot of time together. And you people of Homa Bay, people of South Nyanza, people of Nyanza, including Kishi people, have no fear that we are in this. I cannot see how a brother can drop a baton when it comes to safeguarding the interests, particularly the democratic credentials that are part of his history, and that he would support dictatorship anywhere in Africa, including his own country. So if that is a Raila Odinga, I know I have no fear. I hope I'm convincing you that there's need, absolutely no need for fear. And if you sometimes feel overcome and overwhelmed in whichever form, and you're missing Baba, if you're missing Baba, my friend Paranya, there's Uncle Steve-O. Yeah, so we should not miss each other. And then there's nothing in Raila Odinga to miss, I can tell you that. Knowing him, he'll be traversing the continent like a colossus. But please, remember the things that he has talked about, which he cannot now perhaps speak about because he needs William Ruto's vote. So he cannot now say, Sakayo shuka chini. We will say that on his behalf.
No wonder, after that speech, or aware of what was happening, because it was Raila who, I believe, instructed his lieutenants to ensure that they were very careful of their utterances and their actions. So Robert Alai later came up and said this. There was another snippet from Nation where they said, this is what Wiper is saying. Raila camp plans to alienate Kalonzo in 2027 race. And they explained all that. Then Robert Alai, who had earlier said that they would vote for William Ruto instead of Kalonzo Musyoka, told the newspaper that had this headline, told them off. And Robert Alai said, as the spokesman for Raila camp, I wish to categorically state that we have no such plans, but we plan to be very honest. That was it. There is a kind of a change of heart there, and Robert Alai is saying that all this is a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, why am I giving all this? You all know that there have been a lot of speculations ever since Raila showed interest in becoming the African Union chairman, African Union Commission chairman. And when you look at it very carefully, they are very much aware of what is happening, and that is why you can see Robert Alai now telling off the newspapers when they try to confuse them more. What exactly is happening? Number one, we can deduce that there are attempts to divide the party, the coalition, because as I've explained, William Ruto wants to ensure that Azimio does not hold together, because if it holds, it will be a formidable force. And that is why even Kalonzo alluded to it, that there are enemies from within and from without, and they're saying, God willing, we will never disintegrate. And Kalonzo was manifesting the characters of a leader. And when he said that Raila cannot, for example, now say Zakayo Shuka, Zakayo ascend from that tree, but they will try to fit into his shoes, and he was saying we shall do that on his behalf. We see a Kalonzo who is trying as much as he can, because we don't expect Kalonzo to fit into the shoes of Raila Odinga. Let's be honest with each other. Kalonzo has got his strengths and weaknesses. Raila has got his strengths and weaknesses. One of the strengths is that Raila will always thrive in controversial politics. You want to take him head on, it is like taking fish to water. Kalonzo, on the other half, is a kind of a passive politician. I've always said that Kalonzo and Mudavadi are these leaders who thrive in kind of polite politics. But for the Azimio supporters, and especially Raila supporters, they want someone who is, do I say, controversial or tough, someone who will face the government. But Kalonzo is trying his best, and I think he should be given time to express and showcase his ability to lead the coalition, if at all that opportunity will be given. And you know, there are enough leaders in Azimio that can lead that team. Hii mambo ya kuuziwa uoga, because I can see some people wanauziwa uoga that we defeated the deep state and so Kalonzo will not manage us. That is all hogwash. If Azimio remains united, Kenyans are tired of Kenya Kwanza, and they will vote for Kalonzo or Martha or Paranya or Eugene, whoever they shall give that mandate. And I like the fact that Kalonzo was also saying that Raila is equal to the task, and he will not support impunity just because in the name of being supported by the government. And I think I like that. We all know that Kalonzo has proved to be tough. They're looking for him. They started looking for him. Rigathi had explained sometime earlier that they even wanted Kalonzo before they went for elections. But Kalonzo said no. And remember, he did this while he was not even given a chance to debut as Raila Odinga. He was just there. William Ruto says even after that, they wanted to give him the speaker. Sometimes there was that post of foreign affairs minister. And I think Kalonzo has proved that he is equal to the task. He is not cheap, because hawa watu wanamwaga pesa bana. Wakiamua kukupatia pesa, they will give you. They've even tried to frustrate him. You remember during the demonstrations, there was these allegations that he was under house arrest. Raila knows very well that Kalonzo is special to him. That is why he was given a chance to lead the national dialogue team. And this tells you, because Raila has even said that they can, if the time, in the fullness of time, they will support Kalonzo Musyoka. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with this change of heart, it is Raila, knowing very well that we have foes, enemies from within and from without, instructed the ODM brigades and lieutenants to be very careful so that they can embrace each other, to ensure that they don't speak or act in a manner that will, scare people away, because Azimio needs each other. And Kalonzo reiterated those facts that they need each other and they need to be very careful to stand firm. I don't know what you think, but that is my take.